at a fraction of what dealerships charge and is now available to the public by calling today. The number to call is 800-547-5262. 800-547-5262. That's 800-547-5262.
Everybody's talking at me.
My guest, Penny Nance, CEO of Concerned Women of America. The website is cwfa.org. cwfa.org. You know, Penny, when they first attached the hate crimes bill, the pedophile bill, onto the defense spending bill, I kept saying, what in the world does that have to do with the military? And now, attaching the ask, don't tell, don't ask, whatever, onto the new defense spending bill, is this the only way that he can get his sexual views passed? Is that what's happening?
Their control often use spending bills to get controversial legislation through, because the temptation is we've got to fund whatever programs this funds. In this case, it's the military, and there's a lot of pressure to pass these spending bills so they can continue to pay the bills. So, you know, it's a strategic move, and I understand why they did it. It's just, I think, completely wrong-headed.
All right. One other comment here. You know, they're going to put women on submarines, and now they're going to go in and have to refit all of them, right? Going to have all these special... You know,
again, being a woman, I wonder about the women that are enlisted that have no choice in that matter. I've been on a fast attack submarine. I can't even express to you how close the quarters are. There's not even enough beds for every submariner. They do something
I know,
called
yeah, they share them. Okay, let me ask you this.
They do hot bedding. So you hop out and the next person moves. I mean, it's very, very extremely close quarters. And then, you know, at the same time, the military is all worked up and wanting to penalize women who get pregnant, you know, while they're on the job abroad.
If you have a hotbed.
By the way, they didn't get pregnant alone, so, you know, what are you going to do about all the men? So, I just think this is a recipe for disaster and sexual harassment.
But you did say they had a hotbed, Penny. I heard you say that.
Oh, no.
No, okay.
Don't go there.
Let me ask you this. What about a tank? All right, so if we do the don't ask, don't tell, and they say, okay, from now on, I'm going to openly declare I'm a homosexual, and I don't want to be closed up in this tank with this straight guy. So are we going to have exceptions to that?
Yeah, the whole thing's complicated, and of course, when you have women in combat, it's complicated, and now you've got another sort of wrinkle in the whole thing. It's very complicated, and the way to protect people's privacy, and it is important to protect, you know, our women soldiers, and I respect them. Women are doing great work, women's work over there, and I don't take anything away from them. But their privacy needs to be protected. And so now you've got another sort of wrinkle in the whole thing, of another complication of, okay, now you've got, you know, homosexuals that are, you know, involved, and what are you going to do? And so, you know, and somewhere I heard someone say, oh, there's always been homosexuals in the military. Yes, there have. There's no question about that. The difference is being, you know, loud and proud and out and making it part of the discussion, as opposed to just doing your job. So,
and the worst thing, Penny, is they're not getting any input from the military leaders about this. Now then, let's go to this other thing that you're talking about. Just got this morning, in fact, about Sarah Palin and her family and Random House paying this guy to move in next door and write a novel. And you know what? I'm going to let you run with it, because explain to the listener how it's so much different whenever you've got a conservative that these Democrats are worried about.
That's right. You're referring to my blog, which is on our website, cwfa.org, and also there's an op-ed in Daily Caller. Sarah Palin had something happen where there is a writer who's writing an unauthorized biography on her, who moved in right next door to her. I mean, within feet of her house, close enough that he can look into her daughter's bedroom, look over her fence into her yard. If he wanted to use a listening device, easily could, and rented the house next door to her. This same guy has been in trouble, has sort of basically stalked her for a while now. Paid, I don't know if he paid or attempted to pay $60,000 to bid to have time with her at a charity fundraiser. I mean, he is all Sarah Palin all the time, and now he's doing basically 24-hour surveillance. All right, that's bad, and we made that point that it's bad, but not everybody thinks that that's a bad thing. Not everyone so the left bloggers have defended this guy. But the part that really sticks in my craw, Chuck, is the fact that he is being paid by Random House to do this. He is writing a book for Random House, and the advance money is going to pay for this. And what I pointed out in my blog is just the craziness, just about the double standard that, Marcus Dole, who's the CEO of Random House, would be so upset if someone moved next door to him in his cushy suburb of New York City, in his beautiful $3 million house, which, by the way, is easy to find. And okay, you can say he's not a public person, he's not a public person, but neither are Sarah Palin's children. And yet they have to live with this man that is stalking her and viewing them constantly. And then I pointed out the fact that, well, what if we were talking about Barbara Boxer? Wouldn't the feminists be very upset about the fact that someone's stalking Barbara Boxer and being paid to do it? What about that? Why is no one examining the fact that this is horrible? But yet, because she's a conservative, it somehow makes it different and makes it okay, and it's not okay.
The National Organization for Women, they showed their true colors whenever Hillary was running for president, and they went all out for Obama, and I don't know, it's, they're not going to stand up for any, apparently, conservative, that group, the feminist groups, and boy, I'm telling you.
If you really support women, shouldn't you support all women, is my point. And if this was happening, let me be clear, if this was being done to Barbara Boxer or another woman or anyone, I think it's wrong. I think it's dirty journalism. It's not professionalism, and it's not appropriate, and I'm really upset with Random House for paying for it. What I did in my blog is I pretended to have a want ad, but what if someone from America was going to pay a blogger to live next door to Marcus Dole and talk to him 24 hours a day? That would be wrong. Everybody would say it's wrong because it is wrong. Well, it's also wrong regardless of ideology. It's wrong when it's Sarah Palin, just like it's wrong when it's Marcus Dole.
Yeah, and you're saying wanted experience as a voyeur or peeping Tom, big plus if that's part of your qualifications. Could you imagine? I mean, like Barbara Boxer, okay, but Nancy Pelosi, would they stand still for that? Nancy Pelosi never ran for vice president.
I don't think women should be. I don't think women or men. I don't think women or men should be stalked, and I certainly don't think that that Random House should be paying for it. It's just, I think it's just tawdry, and just sort of what are the limits to quote unquote journalism? When does it cross the line that it's no longer journalism, it's harassment?
Yeah, this double standard, and not only just with the women, it is just such a double standard on everything when it comes to Democrats and Republicans. And it's like what's going on with SASTAC. I mean, it's like we would have already had an independent, committee to look into this.